Hi everyone, I'm Vincent Joe.
Hi, I'm Olivia Smart.
Ciao, sono Lara Naki Gutman.
I am Mark Henretti.
Hi, I'm Emilia Zingis.
And I'm Vadim Kolesnik.
Sono Daniel Gassel.
Hi, I'm Amber Glenn.
Hi, I'm Jacob Sanchez.
Hi, this is Alyssa Liu, and you're listening to This Week in Skating.
Welcome to This Week in Skating, the weekly podcast bringing you the latest news from the world of figure skating. Here are your hosts, Daphne, Gina, and Matteo.
The off-season is a time for camps and shows, also when skaters get new programs choreographed. Our guest today is quite busy with an upcoming camp and choreographing new programs for skaters.
Ivan Righini is a retired Italian competitive figure skater. He choreographed the programs of the current Olympic champion, Mikhail Shadorov.
And while he is coaching and choreographing new programs, he has an upcoming camp in California. So we are excited to welcome Ivan to This Week in Skating. Hi, Ivan.
Hello, guys. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to see you.
Well, let's start at the beginning. Tell us how you got into skating.
Oh, that was a very funny story. I wanted to be a soccer player, but I was truly, my health was not perfect. I was getting sick very often, and my mom was skating, and she quit skating when she had a very bad injury. So she heard this myth that the ice is actually healing you. So she decided probably we're going to try that. And I started skating slowly and I started liking it. Not at the first day, to be honest. I will be very, very truthful about that. But that's basically how I got into skating.
I have to ask this question, though. I know you said you wanted to get into soccer. Are you still a soccer fan? Are you watching the World Cup?
Oh, yeah, I do watch the World Cup. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I love sports in general. Tennis, basketball, football. Yes.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. In general, athlete from a big letter A.
We have a lot of World Cup mania going on because I live in Maine, which is about 2 hours north of Boston. And so the first games have been played down there. And it's been really entertaining to see all of the different fans coming in from all over the world and just the excitement that it's brought to the city. Some of my friends that live there have talked about, especially the Scots that have come into town, and they're doing a lot of really fun things all over the city and taking the cones, like the traffic cones, and putting them on the statues. It's really fun to see that. They're not doing anything destructive. It's all just really cute, fun, like things for the community. So they're enjoying watching it.
Yeah, I mean, the World Cup is, in general, the sport is providing these pure emotions, the emotions of people who are actually like also each player's story, how they do get to the World Cup is very, very interesting. And people do respect that so much. I think figure skating would be very in need to have that. And that's what I like, actually, because the social media is growing, and now the fans, figure skating kind of coming slowly back on the track. And it's only because people can see the real pure, simple other people who are actually working hard and trying to figure out deals with their demons, and to go to their goals, to their aims. And we need that way more, way more. Then the sport will be like, people will be hungry to actually watch how is this happening. Like we are, like even the people who are not watching soccer every day. Like I love soccer, absolutely, but I don't watch it every day, absolutely.
Yeah, there were some fantastic, heartwarming stories that came out of the 2026 Olympics. And I think you're right. I think it's caught the attention of fans. Again, it's kind of a resurgence of interest. Because who doesn't love seeing someone achieve their dream of even being at the Olympics, but then to watch athletes actually achieve more than that and the surprises that come from it. I feel like it was a fantastic way for figure skating to be on the main stage because the athletes themselves sold the sport through their interactions with each other. Didn't matter what country they were from. They were supporting each other.
Yes, and that's unity which we are looking for, because figure skating is still individual sport, right?
It is.
You are your own team, kinda. You are a one person with couple of people, but you're covering the whole team. So it's a little bit more deep, and it's still great because the people are humble, the people are nice, and the sport is spreading into the smaller countries step by step. So it's could be great and wonderful to have a wonderful community in general.
I agree. I think that it's different than when I first started watching skating. It seemed like there were a lot more rivalries, and it was more not exactly cutthroat, but very like intimidating, I guess, to see some of the interactions between the athletes. But now it's so good, and I think that the sport can really grow based on that camaraderie that it has versus the drama and craziness that it used to have. And so I'm hoping to see it continue. I'm excited for this season. I think it's different. It's going to be different going into it.
Absolutely, hopefully, yes.
So did you always know that you wanted to be involved in skating after you retired, like as a choreographer or a coach, or did you figure it out along the way?
Truly, coaching is very different and has a lot of different sides of the way of you coaching, right? All figure skaters are coaching already at the age of 15, 16. We're already trying out, working with the little kids, with someone we already starting know the drill, kind of projecting what our coaches say. And sometimes we're trying to do something, maybe what we actually feel more, what could have been changed. But it's the same as the relationship. We don't need to change people. We need to follow the plan. Truly, I was always a part of my creating of my routines for myself. I was skating with Marina Kudryavtseva for, I think, 10 years. Since I was 9 years old, we went past through all novice, advanced novice, all of those levels together. And I think I had it naturally to create something inside of me, but I had to work a lot on myself because there were so many problems. Like my air position was like with the leg like this. We call it a guitar. Yes, I broke my leg because of that. Like I was looking down. I was skating. I remember my mom gave me a collar, and I skated in the collar for a week. So I was not looking down, so I could have like the proper posture to get rid of view and make like it took a lot. Like I'm 8 years of professional ballet, like professional ballet. The stylistic, I think, evolved within a time, but to be a part of creativity is, I think, what was already way long time behind. And after I retired, when I retired in 2018, 19, let's say so, I don't know. I wish I actually opened like a cafeteria or something. I would have been really rich and just was a humongous way for people seeing me working and being really hungry because it started to be absolutely new drill. I also skate on shows so all around the world, and already I have more than 2,000 shows behind my back, and like a big and small different kind of projects, and always interacting with kids, with people. So they always like, you're so creative, let's create. So creative, let's do that, and it started developing a lot. So the main focus was on choreography. That's why when I was working with skaters, for me to take a responsibility to be number one, like an Austin Powers. I like to be number two. Yeah, but with the access, because I'm a little bit different type of person with who probably skaters can share something more deep, and they actually should, because we are going more deep into the inside world of the skater when we create a project together. So the technical is kind of, it didn't change much. Like we still have six turns, we still have the same jumps, like it doesn't change much. And the way of mechanic work, but the way of the creation work, the way of find and find your best points and actually find your weaknesses to make them maybe not super strong, but actually to make them look amazing and they're not weaknesses anymore. For me, this type of work and find the true identity of a personality which you have deep inside is way more interesting than to work the same drill every day. So for sure, I can, with two hands up, say that choreography was a part of my life, I think, since the beginning I started skating.
Well, since you're talking about choreography, I really want to know. I grew up dancing, and so I knew what it took to learn a dance and how our dance teacher would choreograph a dance. But I've always wanted to know what the process is like when you choreograph a program. So maybe can you talk about what the process is like, just the steps of it? How do you go about putting together a program on the ice?
It's always different. It's always different. Sometimes the coach is like contacting me and like, oh, Ivan, listen, I have a skater. I would like you to work this. And I kind of feel that the skater sometimes doesn't have a word. Like, it's kind of, skater will do as kind of we plan. And I'm sure, I trust you that we will have a nice collaboration. Let's do like that. So I'm talking with the coach. On a different level, like I still talking with the skater. So if you're asking me, Ivan, I would like to have a program. So I'm asking questions about your life, not like very personal. I need to know you within a time, because it's very difficult and it's very limited time, right? Then I see the whole kind of situation. I learn about the skater. I look what was before. I look with who he's working, the way, the type. I'm very observant. So my observation level of details to catch them as quick as possible is absolutely different. And I like can say a high level. And that's what structures the character or the idea or the state in which even the skater is right now, which is going to evolve. And that's what actually takes out this super specialty, which we discuss through. Then we look where we're going, which competitions we have, and we try to find the unique character which people will start recognizing you. Because now you can, like the drill of figure skating was always you can jump three quadruple jumps now in the short program, and everybody will be like, but if you don't do that 10 times in a row, clean, all of that, like you kind of need to earn your respect. And I think to earn and gain your respect with being bright or being special and actually show the best version of yourself, which you maybe don't know sometimes, is the key which we together with you are going to work at. And that's how we are creating this program. And then we start. That's how we started working with Mikhail as well. Alexei called me. I was working at the same time skating shows in Sochi, and Alexei came and like he asked first, Mikhail, hey, listen, Ivan is here. We need a new program. Maybe we'll try. It was like 5 years ago when he became second at Junior Worlds, and that's how we started. But I also, to get what I need from you, I need to teach you also some stuff. So we will work on skating skills. We'll work on everything due out the creative process, and that's how we pick what we feel, because I do think that 80% of success is still the skater's choice. And then already 20% of logic. Where, why, the first shot must be this. I'm trying to find, like, I don't try to put my style and kind of my pants and my suit to you, to them, to anyone. That's what a lot of choreographers do. I'm trying to find and take out this potential, which is everyone, every single person has it. You need just to find it, and I'm helping to find your style, because then already in 1 year it's like that, and second like that, and then I think this one will be good. I think already the skater is speaking with you and giving the ideas. It means that he's developing, he's growing, and he has a bigger world inside. He started being interested in some things, and that's what I think the level of choreographers is also starts to grow when you understand that choreographer is great, that he actually can find what actually will fit you. You're coming to me and I'm the tailor who is giving you the best suit. Maybe it could be big, maybe it could be something uncomfortable at the beginning, but we will make it look perfect when you will step on this red carpet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is a great way to explain it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the approach that it's about you learning more about them to make something that they can enjoy and present themselves in when they're on the ice.
At the end of the day, the skater is on the ice, and now already in this stage of life, I'm behind the board.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can do is share the energy and be strong together with you, but the rest is what coming. I don't even know. Maybe it will make me like sweat, cry, and like be like having goosebumps, and that's when it's gonna happen. Then I understand we got there. We got there. And if I felt it, then the others must feel that too. And since figure skating has a little bit of favoritism, I think this is very important to still make people like you, because you like yourself so much and what you do. The energy is spreading, and the judges will not be able to stand against of that, because when it's unique and we go the names after names of the names, like Kevin Imos and any interesting skaters, right? Who at the beginning maybe couldn't show off the wonderful technique, or were not even jumping triple axel. And I remember that when everybody was so shocked when Kevin was like third at French nationals without triple axel. And I watched his program, and I was like, guys, he's doing like so many things. Like it's just like it's cool. That's it, you know. And and the style and just the presentation, I don't know, it all worked out well. So that's what we're trying to do, to make them like us, because we love what we do so much.
You make it so that, and you make it so they can't look away. Like judges and the audience, they have to look at you because what you're doing is so compelling.
Absolutely. Not because it's your starting order number. It's because it's your stage. You are there, and you it's your moment to shine. Every time you step on the ice, it's like the last one. Tomorrow is COVID. Tomorrow is this. Then we don't have competitions. I don't know. Whatever can happen. You have to skate with everything you can give, because that's when you will actually understand what you have to work on, what you lack of, or what was maybe a little bit too much, or like it's your experience, which is just you collecting until that moment when you will actually say, yes, I'm satisfied, that's enough. Sometimes you don't even have that, you know. So that's the drill of figure skating, to actually find it, and my job to make them love the sport, which is very harsh, difficult, hard, no tears, no blood. It's not figure skating, and this is the moment of true joy. to actually believe that figure skating is very, very beautiful.
I think that the COVID years taught us a lot about appreciating those opportunities, because very quickly everything was shut down and skating was just at a standstill. You couldn't even go to the rink. There was really nothing. I know over time people made it work through Zoom choreography, and I think innovation became a really big thing because you were just doing whatever you had to do to make it work. I'm curious, do you pick the music, or do the skaters come to you with their ideas for what they want to skate to?
It's different, always different. Mostly I come with ideas, but as I said, I like questions, and maybe something was like I like to discuss, and then if I feel that the idea has a little bit no potential or something, but I still like to collaborate and to do something unbelievable with the music. Like, yeah, because I have, I'm not a musician, but I know a lot about music, and I have lots of friends, musicians, so I absolutely have no problems of creating anything what I want, even with the existing tracks. So that's what I'm have like a strong part. I think this is my strong side, and I even the skater when chooses the music, I still give it a little magic touch because I still want to be unique and that nobody ever has it before. Even this track is already existing. It's like the same if we take bolero or if we take tango, how to make it special. I will make it special because the tango will be with some people, with some musicians or flamenco people who I will actually record, and they will be the track that I want to make the step sequence to make it fire, because none of those ones will actually have it. And that's what I'm experimenting as a crazy choreography scientist for many years already, and what I actually love to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask how we see the same music year after year after year. How do you make those sorts of programs different? And even how do you make something different among your skater? If you've been choreographing a skater for multiple years, how do you make what they do each year different?
You know, it's a very good question. The first thing I can tell that if I'm not gonna work on myself to grow, I will have nothing to share with anyone. And then I will start repeating the same stuff. And then the programs will start to look alike. And that's what's gonna kind of be visible. And that's, I mean, you already go to the same restaurant, I eat the same thing, you like it, but maybe at some point, if you eat it every day, you will be like, I would like to go to the other restaurant. You know, so you need to make it always interesting. It's of course developing yourself, and then a possibility to see, because like I see always ahead on 2-3 seasons ahead. The same as we worked with Mikhail. With Mikhail, I saw when we started in the junior times. So my goal and my job was to work on the skating skills, to improve the pace, to improve the flow and confident in movement, because there were no basic education in ballet and many other things. Already came after when we already a developed figure skater. So sometimes I can make the same program and I can make a figure skater, the athlete, suffer with the same music, make it so difficult, or make it lighter, because we need technique. We must do it, and we must do it clean to get our points, because still at the end of the day, no matter how we will present everything, we will maybe not get it. So in the terms of maybe the last season with Mikhail, we just wanted to keep what we had in the past 3, develop it a little bit, give sureness, and that's it, and attack. Because within the time it started to improve the face, improve the hands. And I already didn't need to work on that because the Olympic season was all about just repeating what we made. But there's still a humongous room and growing. Yes. And the way you already want to grow, I think this is very personal. And as I said, as if I have to grow, I always say, guys, you need to dance. You need to watch. If you want to know about the character, you need to watch the musical. You need to watch the movie. You need to listen to the song. I go outside, breathe. I look at the colors. The colors are giving me, I want to be a wind. I don't know. And then I see looking the music. That's how I start to look for something. Even by talking with you guys, maybe I already found out 2 ideas for a couple of choreographies, yes? Because of something interesting, something, and this gives me the idea gives me the sound gives me, and that's how you play with that. If you are locked in something always the same, yeah, you will kind of see the same thing and you will catch it. You will think that this is new, but then you will see that, oh, you repeated the same move 3 times. Oh my God. And then like, this is all about development, your personal development, right? And that's how my ideas in general are coming from anywhere. And if we collab, I give a magic touch, and then we're working on the process already, how to dive and make it look good, because it's still, we work on that until the last competition, until we're not changing the program. So the program is always developing as well until the last competition.
I think it's interesting that you look at getting inspiration from anywhere, because I think as a creative person, you have to always be open to that. As a photographer or as a graphic designer, I get inspiration in a sunset, or I could just be outside, going for a walk, and I'll see something that just sparks something in my head, and you don't realize it, but it can happen anywhere. And that's what's so exciting about being a person involved in something very creative.
Yeah, absolutely. You find those special moments in little things when you're even not thinking about that. Sometimes you are like, oh yeah, I need to find the music. I had a pre-Olympic season. I created in 3.5 months 64 choreographies, full. Like I think like the burden of the choreographer, that all of those 64 musics were playing for a couple of months in my head when I was sleeping, I couldn't sleep probably. So this is very, very, very special, just to get out and like even breathe for 2 minutes, or like, and this is where you can find this inspiration and actually the idea, because then you sit, sometimes you think you're breaking your head already in pieces, and you're like, I have to take this tango again, because when you don't know what to take, you just take a tango.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. You go to something familiar, like you go to something that has proven itself time and time again, and you start there.
Yes. I mean, this is classic. Like, it is what it is. I mean, this is, we don't need to go to a grandmother for an advice to actually have it, to understand it, because people actually start seeing that. And you just like, it's stylistic, dress, everybody already, everything created for you. You just have to copycat and do that, make it special. Yes, not making special for someone. I mean, just skate it, but it's easy. You can focus on technical elements. It's still the style. If you make it beautiful, then it's gonna stand out. If you make it okay, it's still gonna be good. So it's kind of win-win situation, but it's bringing us where? It's bringing us to 80s or 90s, somewhere there, when, like, you remember probably the World Championship when there was 4 gladiators. Yagudin, Alexander Apt, Elvis Stoika, and I don't remember who was else. Todd Eldridge was skating with the Vangelis, which is not far away from kind of the same.
Same sound. Very similar sound.
Yes, Todd Eldridge, I remember, skated 2 years. He loved Vangelis. My father in love with that music, and he was like, "You have to skate to the same music Todd Eldridge skate." And then the next season, Todd Eldridge is skating to another track from the same album, and I'm like, "This is actually so great." You know? So I mean, not to come to the times now, and we're still really limited. We're kind of very open with the possibilities, but we are still very limited. And that's when I think that you want to take this music, but like you understand that maybe it's not about how you will present it. It's about how the figure skating history, I think, is actually putting pressure on kind of new rules, which are now, okay, we can do hip hop. If I will give someone a hip hop, even the Olympic champion, maybe because the Olympic champion now is an Olympic champion, it will be respected. But 3 years ago, everyone would mix that with shit. I'm not joking. With this, like mix it, because they will say, this does not look like that. You have to change the program. It's not looking, yeah, because he didn't grow up yet for that. Maybe yes, maybe it's not the time. It's the same as for singing, right? How was created the song Umbrella? This song was created for another singer, not for Rihanna. But Rihanna was in that state when she was ready for that song. So this is the same, you know, you always have to find this right timing and still satisfy everybody. And first of all, satisfy judges. So this all which is open right now, at the same time, we're still very limited. You have to do it outstandingly. Otherwise, it's not going to be accepted.
I'm not sure how to explain it other than who you are means something in the sport. If you're a newer skater coming in, you have to really impress so that you can be taken seriously. A lot of these, the junior skaters coming in this season for the senior level are going to be faced with that. They have had success at junior, but coming into senior, it's like you're coming into a whole new world and you're starting over. You have to show what you're able to do, and that first year is so difficult.
It is really difficult.
Yeah, you're coming in and you don't have the notoriety yet. Whatever you did at junior was great. It helps you a little, but senior, you're competing with people who have been here for a while, who've made names for themselves. To get the recognition, to get the credit, it takes time.
It's a line. It's a line. It's like an ice dance.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a line. You just wait. The only one who broke this line was Guillaume. Absolutely destroyed it and came without invitation. I mean, with lots of years skating with the same partner. That's what I mean.
Yeah. You know? I remember they were 12th one year at Worlds and the next year they won.
Yeah.
That does not happen. May never happen again.
And like in a decade, even if they're lucky if you will get to the top 3 in the decade. Ish.
You wait your turn, and sometimes in singles or pairs, it's a similar thing. You have to, it doesn't take maybe as long, but it still takes time to break through. You have to show why you are special.
Yes, absolutely.
And why they should look at you and reward what you're bringing to the ice.
Yes.
I think it all goes back to, you can't give them a reason to look away. You have to give them every reason to look at you and honestly almost dare them. I dare you not to give me the scores.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Yes. And the flag means a lot as well. Political situation in figure skating is disgusting. It's I'm not gonna be silent about that. This is the truth, because for skaters with not a super strong figure skating background is almost impossible. That's what actually bringing us a little bit to discussion when it's very difficult to come from the juniors into seniors. not for Japanese skaters. We love like Japanese fan zone and Korean is, I don't know. I think for the past like times, it's actually survived because of them. I mean, let's be honest.
Totally
Let's be honest.
true. Very true.
When people work at 3, 4 different jobs to be able to buy tickets and go to every single competition to watch, like the full plane is fans coming to Europe, anywhere, Asia Pacific, North America. Like, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everybody understands that, yeah, they're good, they're good, they're good. But like, I don't remember that after juniors, Yuzuru faced some lots of troubles, or anyone. Like, it's still different look. If Yuzuru Hanyu was representing Thailand, I think it would be absolutely different story. And I'm not kidding about that. Even he would have do everything, it would be different situation. I don't know, maybe he would even switch the flag. Because many skaters are doing that to have a possibility, to have a room, to have actually a possibility to go somewhere. And this is, I think, a little bit not fair to the others, because there are plenty of great skaters, and the small countries, they don't know yet sometimes even how to take care of like even 1 or 2 skaters if they have even 2, because it's no funding or something, or because to get funding you also need to get results. It's like it's never ending roller coaster for everybody, and even to have more rinks to involve the sport, like in New Zealand. Yes, I'm talking about the same like, or Mikhail, Kazakhstan, where already we've had as a big skater, right? And you still have to prove something all the time. Or we talk about New Zealand, Yan Hao Lee. Yes.
It makes what Mikhail did in his first Olympics even more special, because his federation is not one of the big federations that has funding and big support to be able to put behind their skaters. I'm not saying they don't support. I'm just saying that financially, the smaller federations don't have the resources to put into the sport that the larger federations have.
I also will just reveal a little bit of truth. I can tell you that the government and I mean, the federation is your representative. Like, if we had no federation covering and you had everything covered by a sponsor, you would not need a federation. Like, I'm just honest. Like, they need to fill out the form for you, and you go, and you're ready. The thing is that always it comes to the money, because there is no support for the skater, because every single skater from juniors to seniors have to spend average from $60,000 to $100,000. If you are a season, it's not even a year, it's 9 months. It's 9 months, it's not even annual. And how much money you make? Forbes was just so happy about that Ilya made $120,000, $28,000 a year in Olympic season. Like, let's be fun. And then we talk about soccer players when a guy from Qatar scores and the government pays him Rolls Royce and $3 million on top. It's different momentum, I understand you cannot compare, but you still can in the terms of that, guys. At least I would like to have something. And this is the face of the federation. They really care about their face, but they don't care about what actually skaters, what actually the athlete need. And to be able, at least, yes, I know it's difficult for everyone, because I work with many different federations, with lots of different ones. And I'm not comparing, but you see the differences and lots of not different things. But before, Mikhail didn't say everything what he thinks why they not supporting him, they didn't even know that he was there almost. And then when all of this talks for the past 2 seasons, like let's say even pre-Olympic preseason action, they started care about so much, oh my God, and this and that. They didn't give a damn until it went hot and social media started talk bad stuff about their own representative of the country, their federation. And then it was made a lot of changes, which we're very grateful for. Yes, it's very needed. It like it was different because still until nowadays he's struggling with other things, but it's already different because he's in the state of an Olympic champion, right? But before that, the boy was doing 5 quads still. When he became second at Junior Worlds, he still he skated his free program with 3 or 4 quadruple jumps at that time. He did lots. He did 2 tall-ups, and I think he did something else as a junior. So I mean, he had already that. But then he came blank. Everyone, oh, who's that? Who's that? The second season, who's that? I'm like, what do you mean, who's that? He's 6 times already was at the 4 continents. What are you talking about? 6 times. Like, and they don't know. I'm just being truthful because it happened to me as well. I skated for one of the biggest federations, for Russian Federation, skate with Italian Federation, which again, like growing and evolving too, having skaters, not having skaters, always back and forth. I know what's that drill. But when the people had someone super special who changed the history and then they want only changes of histories, like this boy already changed in 2 seasons, 5 histories or 6, I don't know how many. A lot, right? And it's just the way, how do you want to actually work for that? Do people actually care? And with some, I can say that they are not. And it's very important to speak out. And when now people hear and support, there are someone who's actually really believing in skaters and helping, because it's very difficult, because it's like, first of all, it's expensive, but second of all, it's very expensive to recover.
So we have to ask, you choreographed for the current Olympic champion. What did it feel like to see your programs and then see your student win the gold medal?
Truly, it was shocking, and in a way of not that shocked that it actually happened. Like, I think I was one of the people who, inside of my heart and my soul, calling us dark horsey. With all my heart and all my muscles and all my everything, every little hair, I was just hoping that he will handle his demons and he will skate great. And then, like, we were thinking, with this in the state of the silver medalist, it's possible. It gave us a lot of confidence. He got mostly a lot of confidence. We got confidence in understanding how the cards can be played. You know, at the end of the day, we all playing, and we didn't do mistakes. Some people did, and we could see how it turned out. Right at the end of the day, we all play. So for me, it was humongous relief because I think for 4 years I was literally sitting on a I don't know, on a dynamite, never knowing what's gonna happen. And I was so proud for him that he made it. His life was just starting. It's so early. Like I do believe if he would have won when he was 27, he would have faced it differently, I think, you know, already. So I do think that he understands, but at the same time, he's already preparing for new season. It's like kind of up, and it's a new page. For me, that my work actually came to this level is something unbelievable, because I always wanted to be a part of the Olympic Games, which I never was. I I had friends who created for Olympic champions. We are same age. It's Daniel Gleckinghaus, who created for Alina Zagitova and many other already beautiful skaters, and Sherbakova and other Olympic champions and medalists, and with a huge experience. And we literally came out from the same ice rink. And I was thinking then, like, for me, it was already huge to be with the skater at the Grand Prix. For me, it was amazing. I was also a representative. I was a team leader at every single competition, so I was always as a part of country representative. So my parents were so happy. My friends were so happy. You know, they were calling me and congratulating, like so happy, just like that you made it. Like Maxim Trankov, my very good friend, and Nikita Katsalapov, they called me and they were like, brother, we're like so proud of you. We've been to that competitions together, and that you created something. None of us created that. You went further, you didn't reach that kinda, and you made it with someone. Because like I was telling them, like, guys, this guy is very special. And if I say that everyone believed me, I will be the biggest liar, because it's not true. And I said, just guys, I'm really invested. I work. I really want to try. Because I said to Mikhail, if you win Olympic Games, I will have a break. I will quit. That's why I'm actually absolutely light. I do have choreographies work. I'm working a little bit on my other aspect. I don't know, other sides, and some interesting projects are coming out. Like we can discuss that probably later. And I'm like, this is amazing. I just want maybe someone in a year or two to be able to make a run that to the Olympic medal again, because it's a very crazy run. And I can tell that I'm just really proud of him, and I'm really proud of, I think, myself and us together, what we actually did, because together, me and Mikhail, we went through a lot of stuff. But it was like a good, perfect match where we worked. And now it's like, for us, it's already absolutely different level. He is already such a big athlete himself, and inside with the big world.
Are you going to continue your partnership with Mikhail this season? Are you working on programs for him this year?
I work with him on exhibition numbers. We're not working on the programs together, but not because like we don't want to. It's just because I think he needs to improve. That's what we actually we were talking about with him this after we worked for 2 seasons. It was the season of the Boston World Championship, sorry. And he was already like, oh, I would like to work maybe with Shaylin Bourne, and it's interesting. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we were coming to that, and he came to that point. But we already met here in the United States, and I can tell you more that we will meet the next week with Mikhail. We'll start working, and yeah, that's basically all I can say. I'm always in touch with him because there are lots of new things that are gonna come up in his life, and he knows that I will support him no matter what. That's why we are still in touch, because normally when people are not working together anymore, everyone think that that's it, the bridge is burned. But I can say with my open heart that everything is good, and I just want this guy to improve so much. It's another 4-year race, maybe 8 years, who knows? Hope just the health and everything, it's the most important. We will see what this season is gonna bring.
Well, you talked about some of your other projects that you are working on. You didn't give us any details yet, but the one coming up is this Edge of Talent camp. Can you talk about the camp? What sort of things are you envisioning with this camp?
Yes, the camp, it's we have lots of camps, but my camp is, I think, a little bit more focused on the artistic part, artistic presentation, and creativity way. We'll give a little some insights. I call it elite figure skating camp since we are an elite group of people already, and we are Olympic like choreographers and stuff. We can call ourselves elite skating camp, figure skating camp. Yeah. I got some people on board who are supporting me. It's Philip Warren, my very, very big and good friend with who we worked in thousands of shows together, and Art on Ice as well. He was representing France, and I think the craziest trickster on the planet who literally created backflip or back side flip already. This guy is crazy and very interesting and such a great performer. And as well as Jimmy Ma is part of my training camp because I know Jimmy for a while, like was watching him. Personally, I know Jimmy for maybe 4 years, not more. Always loved his energy and his choice of music. Plus, Jimmy has a little similar life to mine. Plus, he's working with Nikolai Morozov. We worked for 4 years together. I have a special part of my life working with Nikolai and learning a lot from him and the choices of music. Like it's a little bit of, I don't know, the school of Nikolai. I kind of got a little bit of this creativity, some of the good things which he was doing, and I really respected the way he was, the bold choices of the music, which we were talking about, and that's why Jimmy is so special and so cool and developed himself also. That's why I thought that he's, I think, probably one of the not many people who I would like to be a part of this amazing family. And now these guys are making this special camp together with me. We'll work on presence, the expressions, how to create, how to be able to use your body with the music to understand why you're doing these movements, or how to save the energy and still produce the technical part, because I would like still to be technical, but very creative in an interesting way of your entrances, of your transitions, of the way you go into the jump, the way how you make the jump, because you can make it with aggression or calm. So we gonna work on that, and of course on the confidence and identity. That's the most important. There will be some interesting stars and guests who will attend the camp. There will be also my girlfriend, Rebecca Morris. She's a creative director and choreographer of American shows. She works with a company Empire, lots of opening shows in Vegas, all around the world. Very interesting concept of the shows. She will be a part of the camp as well. I will have some guests there as well. I'm not going to reveal the names yet because I would like to keep it interesting. But what's the most important? These are the focus areas. As every camp, we are giving knowledge, we are giving information, but we also learn together, because all of the coaches are going to be at the same time at the rink, and we are going to take a part of different aspects to work on, about like our presence, about skating skill and jumping routine, and as well as choreography, as well as making exprompts. The other part is mental and physical recovery, which we have to do. We will warm up, we will do the everything. It's called specific practice. But what's the most interesting thing? We are going to create a gala show during our camp. This is the main thing. So I always wanted to create my own show. And I always had like, it's not a problem to create a show, but it's always, we need someone to be able to recognize that show. But truly, when the people are doing quadruple toe, landing it perfectly, or when they're doing a double toe perfectly, the same way when we couldn't do that yesterday, it makes and gives me lots of positive energy and lots of happiness, no matter they are same, you know? So I want people to feel special, to understand that figure skating is more than just um, a hard sport. I want people to understand that without hard work, figure skating is not figure skating. You won't be able to reach whatever you want, but absolutely you will be satisfied with something. Depends of your needs. But if you want to go on the highest level there, um, it requires lots of sweat, blood, and tears, right? And to understand that in this times, even like if you're not going for Olympics, even for the adults, it's difficult. You need to find the way to actually enjoy it, create, to get this full flow, which will take the fear away and will use it as adrenaline, and you will be able to, I don't know, even find yourself in the show, to be a part of the show, to be a star, to feel yourself as a star, because you are there alone on that stage. You must have the joy of people loving what you do. And isn't it all about that? So to learn actually what is it to be on a show, it's going to be a show inside of the show. So we create a show in a show. So people will be having a particular roles. Maybe someone will not want to skate, but the show has lots of organizers, directors. You know, I'm giving the possibility for people to understand that figure skating is more than just a sport. That you can create projects, you can create movies, you can create shows. You should create shows, because after sport, what the hell we have to do afterwards? Only coach or what? Yeah, and the people has the bigger storylines as we are talking, and coming back to the World Cup when and this story lead to that, and this boy from Cote d'Ivoire led us to this, and this one, and here we'll have like I don't know a skater from this country or a skater from New Zealand created this show, or now we have in the country the first show ever. And this what I really want to have this camp about, that the people see bigger picture than it actually is about this mechanical movements, which we have to work, yes, but this, guys, if you want, I will create the Edge of Talent Kick Your Ass Elite Skating Camp, where in 3 weeks we're gonna sweat, lose weight, do attack, make it absolutely technical, and work on that, because then you will understand what's the drill actually should be with the recovery. But this one is a little bit different. It's about actually find why we're actually coming to the rink every day, why we do that movement, how to actually, without speaking, to make them understand what I'm skating about, how to make understand what I actually like and what I understand. If I don't understand, how they will understand. And of course, to make skates feel like they're your flippy floppies without, like, even if you stand there for a year, and it's still possible. Trust me, it's still possible to have this feeling and confidence. So that's what the Edge of Talent skating camp is about. And I think it's very interesting. It's happening in Los Angeles, the 29th of June until the 3rd of July. We have let's call it a full week. Working for 2.5 hours. I even don't create a session wise, all levels, like literally kids from 7 years old until like 2021, depends of the seniors. They are going to be in the same group. I don't want to have any differences. I want to I don't know, even biggers to learn from the kids, because there are some very active kids. They have no fear. They have lots of joy, and people will start like, oh yeah, I like, but and the little kids will be like, oh, I like how he skates, like, and take something. That's becoming a family learning and getting something for yourself to see where exactly you have to go or where you have to skate. If we talk about figure skating, right? So that's what the camp is about. There are two programs for all levels and for the adults. Becoming as a workshop, which I would like to spread. I already got some inquiries to actually create it in Italy, and so I'm considering, and hopefully it's gonna go well. I'm very excited for that, and that's it can be a camp tour even because like it's very interesting. I'm very excited. I don't even know how it's gonna happen, but I do have a plan in my head in terms of creating a show within 5 days with absolute people you never seen, and this is a challenge for us as a team as well. And it's very interesting. And I don't know, just I think at the end of the day, we just will wait for the feedbacks, what actually is going to happen because we don't even know. I think it's going to be lots of joy. And of course, the positive, amazing energy, which all of us has. I think that's what's charging people. I want really to make them feel that they are stars. Not the stars because the parents are saying so, but because you feel actually so, like a real star, like a person who can feel at the rink the place where it's safe, where it's where you can be yourself, where you can not hesitate doing whatever, because I wish I had this place myself where I actually could be free and not be afraid of to actually show myself. Because I had to go through that as well, even with the person who's absolutely maybe not caring much what people think about, but I still really do. We all do care. So this is the edge of talent. Hopefully this special place will make lots of people happy, and that's the idea.
So it sounds like you've been thinking about doing a camp like this for a while. Have you ever had a camp before, or is this your very first time?
It's not my first one. I collaborated together with the people who were organizing it, but like if you talk about to create it from A to Z, yes, it's the first one. But creating but being at the camp as a head coach, no, not the first time. Absolutely, I had lots of seminars. The first camp after I actually retired in 2018, it was the camp in Czech Republic, and in 7 weeks we had 350 students attended to the camp, and it was humongous amount of skaters from Europe. Oh, we did our mistakes because they didn't put the level limits. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a humongous experience actually, which I'm really grateful. So not the first time, yeah, and I'm very excited because I'm doing it myself. Yes.
The whole concept sounds really cool. It reminds me here, kids have we have theater camps where they do maybe a week or 2 weeks. They put together a show, a Broadway show at the end of the week. And so what you're doing in 5 days of putting together a show with different ages, different skating abilities, it's really cool. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah, I mean it's like we are not taking the base of something and recreating it. It's we actually have to create a show. I mean, I do believe that I will actually make a little merch, but that it will be a city-wise, and every different city will have a little different show. So it's very interesting because it will be different people. It's really interesting, and I really do know how to make it. But we still, even with all of this artistry, we're not an absolute theater. We would like to have and the technical aspect because still we want for the all levels. For adult section, we love to create more because some competing, some not. But mostly all level athletes, they do have competitions, so we would like still them to be able to use what we are teaching them in their normal skating life. So it will become a little different. So they will pass the tests quicker and all of that. So, but especially, yeah.
Wow. Thank you for coming on our podcast and talking to us about everything, about the choreography and your camp. This has been a great conversation. And where can folks find you or find more information about the camp?
It's on my Instagram page, Ivan Righini. It's you can write Gypsy King, but you have to write it with Y. You also can find me at Ivan Righini, and I have links in my bio. There are flyers, and I think the past 6 videos are all about the camp. I have like beautiful flyers right here.
Well, we'll make sure to put all of that in our show description.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, all the information is there. People just texting me if they have any questions. I have so many people from Mexico, Emirates wanted to come. So it went a little bit international wise because like truly at the beginning of when everything started, I thought that it's going to be exactly just US camp, like local, let's say so, domestic. But even like just Los Angeles wise. But I have people coming from Atlanta, like from Boston as well, from Washington, like lots of people coming from different places. And lots of people asked about coming from Europe. They were just like, oh, it's already in 2 weeks. Oh, damn it. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, I understand. From Europe, like it's just you really have nothing to do if you can tomorrow leave already for your one camp. Yeah, so I mean, it's just gonna take time, but I think the next one will be way more massive and somewhere already, maybe in Europe or even in Boston. I already talked about actually making the same camp in Boston area.
Oh, if you do, I'll come down and take some pictures.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you have the show, you have people at the backstage, and the big show and figure skating is about lots people who are working, and it's musicians, doctors, many, and we probably will teach how also to respect that because it's very important. It creates the community, it creates the peace. We just want them to feel great and to see lots of good different sides of figure skating.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of This Week in Skating. Remember, you can keep up with us throughout the week by visiting our website at www.thisweekinskating.com. Connect with us on social media for additional updates. You can find us on Twitter at This Week in Skating without the E's, or Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at This Week in Skating. You got a burning question or feedback for Gina, Daphne, or Matteo? Reach out to us via social media or drop us an email at thisweekinskating@gmail.com. And if you're really enjoying the show and want to support us further, consider joining our Patreon community at patreon.com/thisweekinskating. Until next time, have a nice week.